right. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Snickerdoodle, hello. Kathy Rebuilds, hello. Melissa Reyna, hello. Cindy Lopez, hello. How are y'all doing tonight? Wait for a few people to filter on in. Y'all don't forget to be on live chat. I've had an eventful day. Yes, I have. I'm doing good. Been having an eventful day. I took a prednisone. I think that's the type of steroid I've taken. Well, anyway, I took it about 5:30, right? And it got stuck in the back in the top of my mouth, my throat, and it like stayed there. And it's the raunchiest thing. Oh my God. Here it is 7 hours later. It's still there. I'm like, that is nasty. Reachable. Been laying here watching this damn clock. Got to work in the morning. Don't know how I'm going to do it. You can do it, Reachable. Vintage Gal, hello. Synchronized, yeah, no, oh no. Yeah, I know. Oh, wait till you hear what happened to me at Walmart today. I did get the fixins to make, so I'm going to be baking live this week. So we're going to be in the kitchen a couple of days. I'm going to be doing the chocolate chip recipe, and I got to give it to Kathy Rebuilds. And I did check all the labels for the milk chocolate, dark chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate, and all that for Nestle Toll House cookies. And the correct recipe is on the semi-sweet package alone, only, not the milk chocolate, not anything else. Those are all wrong still. The semi-sweet chocolate chips for chocolate chip cookies is the right recipe, but I still have it, and I'm going to give it to Kathy Rebuild. She asked me for it. I have the original recipe for the M&M cookies, and I should have the recipe for the peanut butter blossoms with Hershey Kisses, and I need to make brownies and probably make some muffins. Hazel, hello. GC, hello. So, but a couple days this week, I am going to be baking. And I'm going to be, hopefully, if I get the grandchildren here this week, it might even be the weekend. I'm going to be doing cutouts for the kids to decorate and take home. So, then I have it already because I always buy the semi-sweet. Double check it, Kathy. Double check it. If it says 2 1/4 cups flour, and if it says 2 eggs, that's the right one. Because the other ones have like 1 and... See, now last year they didn't. Well, earlier this year they didn't, because I tried to make cookies and I did it online and they were just fucked. So check the semi-sweets to make sure. And of course, 3/4 cup brown sugar, 3/4 cup sugar. So I guess this topic is a little anticipated. I read some comments from people that but thank you so much, Liz. I wrote that down and we'll check. Okay. If not, let me know. If it doesn't, Kathy, let me know and I'll give you the recipe. Apparently this topic is Jeffrey Taddeo. Hello. Liz with live baking streams. Love it. Yep. I'm going to be doing a couple of live baking streams this week. People like to see me cook for some reason. I don't know why. You're welcome, Kathy. So I just listened to interrogation. Yeah, I listened to some of that too. But I saw a couple comments by people that 2 ladies who have never been to my chat before, and one of them can't stand Shannon. So can't stand her. So, Jerry, hello. I saw your comment too. I just saw it before it came in here, actually. This is when I saw the other two. Deonda, you want to come over and bake with us, honey? I like that you tell us in advance so I can do homework. Awesome. GC, his body language says guilty. He said he was guilty. It's just that well, we're going to get into it. Snickers said, yeah, I've seen several videos about this. I've seen partial of 2 interviews. I was reading articles. So I'm not sure when, Deonda. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I watched all of the videos, and if I didn't have to work in 6 hours, I would hop on panel with you. I'm obsessed with this crime. Yeah, we're going to go over that too. Because you know how I like to do my thing. I'll give an outline of crime and everything and what went on, but I'm more interested in the victims and how it affected. Because yes, there was a tragedy. 3 people died. 4, really. Kids killed in prison within 2 years, probably. Yeah, especially with them little girls. But there's so many more victims than that. You know, there were friends. There's family. You know, it's a ripple effect. You know, and it's them we have to remember, the families and the victims. And you know how I am with that. Always like try to talk about the victims. But I'm not sure when, Deonda. Courtney Michael, hello. Reachable, if I knew you had to be at work in the morning, I would have started this live stream at 11:30 or 11. But let me tell you what happened at Walmart today. Well, I went to Walmart to see if I can get icicles for my tree. Because I like the tinsel icicles. Yes, 2 girls and unborn son and wife. Exactly. Bella, CC, or Celeste, known as CC, and Nico, the 15-month-old baby. I have fallen down the rabbit hole with CW in this whole case. It's heart-wrenching. Yeah, I just want to go kick his ass. You know, they could have let him out in free society, and society would have passed judgment. You know. Oh, that's so nice of you, Les. I didn't want to mess up your show, though. No, it wouldn't have messed it up. It wouldn't have messed it up. Nope. So he did it. Oh, yeah, he confessed to it. But we're going to see what he confessed to. So, well, anyway, I was at Walmart, and I like icicles on my tree. The tinsel ones that you have to take 2 or 3 strands and, you know, that kind of thing. Similar to the Lacey Peterson case, so sad. Yeah. Yeah. It is, except for they were right on this shit. They got on it now. So Walmart didn't have any, and that pissed me off. So I'm going to try the dollar store, and if they don't have it, we'll try Target. But at this point, I don't see the point with my tree. So I said I'm going to cancel Christmas because I can't find no icicles to go on my tree. I've never had a tree without icicles. Sylvia Martinez, hello. Only seen the footage of the dogs in his home. Yeah. He's a pathetic liar and sorry excuse of a man, husband, father. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I'm riding around. And I had to pick up some medicine that was due from the pharmacy, and they ordered a couple more for me that were due. So Brittany's like, let me just go ahead and get this. And I said, all right. So I'll be back. So I went and got my stuff, blah, blah, blah. Had to get new readers. So I come back. I mean, you a box, Les. Don't cancel. Christmas over icicles. Yeah, I like the tinsel kind because I've had that since I was a kid and I just love it. I did. I was on the phone. I'm canceling Christmas this year. Christmas is canceled. Screw it. I'm like my mom. She canceled Thanksgiving last year. I think Christmas might be canceled this year at her house. I'm doing it for all of us. So Kathy, forgive me if you get 2 cards from me. I kind of messed up. Says Kimberly, hello. A house like that in New York City, easy 10 million, probably paid 800,000 in that state. I put 4 boxes on my tree. See, you know, Sylvia, you know my pain, don't you? I have none. I have none. That house was nice. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking for readers, and I didn't know readers can cost $18. I'm like, where is the cheap $2 pair? So I backed up, right? See, Sylvia knows my pain. Sugar Booger, hello. Hi, Elizabeth. Looking great tonight. Thank you, thank you. So I backed up and I wouldn't have hit the pole. And I really didn't hit the pole. I hit the fire extinguisher. And it fell down. And it fell down and knocked me in the top of my head. And it hurt, you know. But this thing came down, bracket and all. Bracket and all. So I'm sitting here and I'm just, all right, for a few seconds. And the fire extinguisher falls, the brackets, Lord knows where the bracket went. And I'm just sitting there for a second. And then I get up and I pick up the fire extinguisher. Lusty, hello. He just was paid for Christmas. Well, I was on the phone and I was telling my mom, I said, because I'm nice, I didn't call management, nothing, because apparently it was not put up securely if I can knock it down and the bracket goes everywhere. We don't know where the bracket went. What the hell, Les? Lay down and cry on the floor. I should have. And that's exactly what I said. Thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia likes my hand. So I sat there and I picked up the fire extinguisher, I put it behind the pole, and I looked at them there at the pharmacy, and I said, I just want the cheap readers. They said, right there. I've been on the floor flopping like a fish. And I go about my way, and I still got a little bump. It hurt. So you know it wasn't secured at all. Not at all. And I called and I was talking to my mom. I said, you know, I could have had Christmas paid for everyone. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't flop. I said I should have fallen and just laid there. Like Diana said, flop like a fish. I should have and just act like I passed out. Honestly. And then I should call the manager over and say, this can be taken care of. I've got to go back and get my grandkids Christmas. If you pay for that, we'll call it even. And my grandkids need a TV, another DVD or Blu-ray. They need my 8-year-old needs a laptop and a bunch of Paw Patrol shit. Colton Clark, hello. Just I didn't say hello, can't stay, but hello, good night. At his thumbs up though. Thank you, Clark. Thank you. You have a good night, sweetie. They would have cut you a check right there, Les. I just wanted him to pay for Christmas. I should have thought of that. I should have thought of that, and I did. Maggie Farrell, hello. Red Freckles, hello. You should have played like you were suing. They probably would have gave you $5,000 on the spot. Simon Paul, thank you, everybody. Give Simon Paul a clap. Reachable knows the drill. I have fallen and I can't get up exactly. Tara, hello. You as well later. Come back when you got time, Clark. You have at least for some gift card. Exactly. 5,000 gift cards all day. Everybody give Simon Paul a big clap. Thank you. Thank you. Reachable knows the drill. And if you guys aren't on live chat, go ahead and get on live chat. But yeah, I never thought about it. I could have just plopped over and damn, got Christmas for everyone. but I didn't. And you know, with being a manager at Walmart, I could have told him, Les, if you go live tomorrow night, can I come on panel? Possibly. Sure. Of course. Anytime. And I will be live tomorrow night. Of course. Sphinxy, hello. Or yeah, that's Sphinxy. Hello. Love the hat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Simon Paul. But and I could have told him and said, look, that was not fastened securely. It could have fallen on a kid. You're lucky it fell on me, is what I should have said. And then the maintenance guy came over and he was bitching, where's the bracket? And I said, well, apparently it wasn't secured tight enough, was it? Sorry, I haven't been around. I'm working my ass off. I understand. I'll try and get on, especially on your channel. Well, if you come on, you need Google Hangouts downloaded, and I can send you the link through a text to get on panel. Like I can send it through through Twitter or Google Hangouts if I have your email. Simon Paul, thank you once again. Yeah, I can do it in DM, Maggie. Everybody give him a clap. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Simon. I could still call corporate since he want to be an ass to say, yeah, that's what I say. If you got a bump on your head, yeah, I got a bump on my head. That thing fell on me. So I could have had Christmas paid for. My daughter fell in the store and hurt her knee, and they paid $30,000. Damn. I could have said they fucking knocked sense into me. How dare they? For someone's been in the fridge all day, they're not very cold. Go back and ask for video. Yeah. The hub stubbed his toe on a piece sticking out, $500 on the spot. Shit, yeah, they could have paid for Christmas. Damn. I'd be like, I'll come back with my list. That's what I'm saying, Les. Yeah, I should. $3,000 wow. She really was hurt, but so were you. Yeah, I got a knot on my noggin over it. Tara's an assistant for an auto wrecker. I'd be like, at this time of year, y'all should be pretty Christmassy. Sarah, hello. Earlier this year, my mother broke her wrist at a Panera, and they, not Medicare, paid her bills. She didn't want to sue because it was really an accident. Aw. Greggy Huffman, my future ex-husband, hello. Go ask for video. Legal department will call you. Tara said went from makeup to grease monkey. And we may have a special guest tomorrow night. Maggie, I hope. I'm telling you. Well. I don't, yeah. I mean, I'm alive. You know. Just got a big knot on the back of my head. It's like right here at the top. Back top. Linnell Sorg, hello. Alrighty. Let's get down to brass tacks, folks. Love you, woman. I'm going to bed. Aw. You see, they probably will say that the video got erased. Reach will say, good karma, Les. Yeah. Tara says, I'll catch up soon. You should. You're a working woman now. All righty, let's get down to brass tacks. I got my notes here. A couple pages. And if you knew how little I wrote, I don't know if you can see, I write really little. So there's some info here. We call it Come Up in New York. I should have, but I didn't. God will bless me in the end for it. Alrighty, so I don't have my black readers. They broke. So, cannot believe I just got them. And they're already icky. Moving to the garage for a smoke while we get started. You got me for 40 minutes, Les. All right, we're going to cover this in 40 minutes. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. Let me get this out of the way so that way I can... let me move you here. Alrighty. Greggy says hello to everybody. Okay, this is a subject I want people to weigh in on. I want them to put their 2 cents in. We're going to go over the players, or I should say, we're going to go over the characters and the victims. And going to give an outline. And then I'm going to give some miscellaneous information. And we're going to talk about it. People put their 2 cents in. So here we go. Of course, this is known as this is Watts Family Murders. You have Shannon Watts. She was 30. Was she 34? She's in her mid-30s. You got Bella Watts, who was 4 years old. You have Cece Watts, whose name is Celeste. She had turned 3. Bella's going to turn 5 in a few months. And then there was a 15-week-old fetus. And they were going to name him Nico. Yeah, 34. You have Chris Watts, the husband. You have Nicole Kessinger, the other woman. You have the Watts parents, and then you have Sharon's parents. Now, Shannon and Chris were married for 6 years, and they had 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, and a baby on the way, a boy. They were going to name him Nico. Now, Shannon had went, and the girl from Tinder. I didn't know there was a girl from Tinder. I knew that Nicole was a coworker. Let's start a hope fund and have her raped him in jail. Oh my God. I didn't know there was a girl from Tinder. But I don't think they were mentioned as in articles because, you know, he has 2 girlfriends. Damn, I never saw the second one. And everything I was given and everything I saw, I didn't see no second girlfriend. But see, this is why we talk about it. So that way information can be spread around. Well, Shannon, one-nighter. Yep, busy boy. Shannon, in July, had taken off to go to her parents' house, her and the girls, for 6 weeks. And later on, towards the end of 6 weeks, Chris was supposed to meet him there. He stayed behind. Now, okay, this is a movie. No, sweetie, this is a real life thing. This has just happened in August. And in November, he pled. So, and he was sentenced. But yeah, this just happened. I bet you $10 they make it into a movie. Everybody raise your hands if you think they're going to make it into a movie. I think they're going to make it into a movie. I do. They can't not. It's just gripped everybody. Yep. They already are. Oh my God. See? Didn't even know it. Didn't even know it. So, oh, the guy who killed his wife and kid. Yes, yes. Buckle up, Maggie. They're discussing where the proceeds will go. Hazel said, "Oh, I guarantee it'll be a movie. I see them doing a show on ID Network. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah." Maggie says, "My daughter lives in Colorado." Wow. Simon Paul says 100%. But in July, Shannon, like I said, took the girls to go have 6 weeks with her family, and Chris was supposed to meet them at the end. Now, it just so happens during this 6-week time, Chris Watts started an affair with a woman named Nicole Kessinger, who was a coworker of his in the oil field. Thank you, Vandage. Thank you. And apparently it was hot and heavy, and it didn't get physical till after Shannon left. Now, apparently, we're just going over the outline of it, and then we'll get into the details of what was said, what was said again, and then, what they found out, blah, blah, blah. So, suffice it to say, he started the affair, and then when he went to be with his wife and kids, he showed no affection whatsoever. None. And then they came back home. And then Shannon took off. I'm not sure. I think she was home a week or whatever, and she took off for a short business trip. And so on August 13th, Shannon returned from that business trip. She returned about 1:45 in the morning. And the next day, later on that same day, a friend reported her missing later in the day after missing a business meeting and her doctor's appointment for the baby. So, and that gave it away something was wrong because she was never going to miss that. August 14th, Chris gave an interview. He's like, "I want my wife and kids home," that kind of thing, but he was very distant. And then on August 15th, Chris confessed to the murder. Her neighbor that was the best friends with. Yeah, because she never texted her in the morning or nothing. So on August 15th, Chris confessed to the murder. It was 2 days after she was reported missing. What job did she have? She worked for a company that had the vitamin patches. So, and apparently she was extremely, he confessed that soon. Yeah, he confessed that soon. He pretty much had no choice, really. But Shannon went on a business trip over a weekend. Yeah, she went on a very short business trip. But she worked with a company that, she was a sales rep for Thrive, and apparently she was very, very good at it. For her friend being so diligent. Exactly. Good thing he is a dumbass. Hey, Nicole A. Hello. He bummed on the lie detector test. Oh, yeah, he pretty much. We're going to go into details of everything, but yeah, he did. He lied on that bad. So soon he didn't have time to cover up. Exactly. On the 15th, Chris said he asked Shannon for separation, and she was upset and angry, and she strangled the girls. He heard it over the baby monitor, It ran to see, and then he said he looked and saw his daughter on the bed, and it incensed him, and then he got angry and strangled Shannon. This is what he said. Best friend got a false so soon. Yeah, yeah, because it was the friend that reported her missing, not Chris. It was the friend, and said, "I want something. I want a cop in there," you know. On the 16th, August 16th, the bodies of the children, Bella 4, Celeste 3, they were found in an oil tank at Chris's work. And not far away in a shallow grave was discovered Shannon's body. Yeah, the freaking coward didn't want people to know he killed kids. Exactly. I knew he did it when he made that comment about an emotional conversation. Exactly. Emotional conversation. On the 21st of August, Chris was charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy, 3 counts of tampering with a deceased body. And then, on November 6th, that's when Chris pled guilty. On November 19th, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. On December 3rd, Chris was moved to an undisclosed location. On December 5th, it was confirmed that he is in Wisconsin. Yeah, those poor little ones, what he did to their body. Exactly. I'm sorry, son of a bitch. He smothered his daughters with pills. I know. And they got his DNA under that girl's, I think it was Bella's fingernails. She fought. That girl fought. Watts would need 3 onions under his nose in order to cry for his dead children. Exactly. Bum had to look his kids in the eye and strangle them. Exactly. He didn't want the cops called. That would tell me right there. Exactly. Because he said, don't get the cops involved. The openings of the old tanks were only 8 inches in diameter. Jeez. He's in Portage, Wisconsin, where Jeffrey Dahmer was in prison. Well, look how long that lasted. Now, it has been reported that Chris was angry at having to plead guilty. He was mad because his story of Shannon killing the girls, and he got mad at Shannon and killed Shannon, was not believed and didn't work. It takes minutes to kill someone. That's a hell of a long time, really. To choke. Yeah. They had marks up their backs where he shoved them in. Little bastard. Snickers said she had cuts in her mouth and she bit her tongue several times. That little girl fought. I don't understand if you don't want to be married and have kids, then don't fucking do it. Exactly. Skin was coming off the children's body because he forced them in the tank. That is brutal. That is, he's dead meat now, really. Yeah. You can't there has always been, there's a rule among thieves. It's not what you steal, it's who you steal it from. You know? It's not who you kill. I mean, it's not what you kill or how many you kill. It's who you kill. You don't do kids and elderly. That is still a no-no. Especially the elderly. Because that'd be like, that's my grandma. Hope he gets raped multiple times. Poor little girls. I hope he gets strangled and then brought back to life and then strangled and brought back to life. Pro Bubbles, hello. He could have just gotten a divorce. Exactly. I think she made more than him anyway. They also said one of the kids had oil in her lungs, possibly alive. Well, that's the only way oil can get in there. That's why he didn't want to admit to the kids. Prisoners won't go for that. Exactly. But he really thought that that story would get him out of trouble. So he was mad about that. Chris also claimed he didn't know Shannon was pregnant. Now, there was a 2,000-page document released. I'm not reading all 2,000 pages of it. I have read some. But there's videos on her Facebook. She did make more than him. Yeah, she made more than him anyway. There's videos on her Facebook where because she taped everything. Sure, he's not even crazy. He's sane. Houses was beautiful, well designed. Kathy went, what? He knew, and so did the girlfriend. The girlfriend at first claimed she didn't know. But like I said, on on Shanane, on her Facebook, it shows him being told. Shows him holding the stick, you know. He's a narcissistic sociopath. Yeah, because in that interview, it was all about him. I. He knew she was pregnant, but IRC, she knew the baby was a boy, but hadn't told him. Well, on their Facebook, she hadn't went to find out yet, but she did eventually. Because they were going to name him Nico. Right, there was videos of her telling him, yeah. It wasn't going to until the reveal party. Well, they both agreed on Nico. Reachable said he had a boyfriend as well. I seen that interview. Simon Paul said he's probably going to get murdered in prison. It's the law of prisoners. You mess with kids, you get fucked. Exactly. You know how many guys wish they had a little wife like that? Keeps nice home. Fucking the whole town. Sad. Yeah, she loved him. She loved him. And while she was gone, she knew that he was cheating on her because of bills. You know? And he said he was freaked out over the third child. You know? So when the police was interrogating his girlfriend, they asked her about the text, and she said she had deleted some, and some she didn't want to share because they were too sexual. I just feel she knows more. Oh, I know she knows more. Do you think she approached him about it, Les? Yes, she did. It was released in that. There's a 2,000-page document, and that's the one I want to read. He asked for. I'm just telling you, Miss Notes. Hello. I'm just telling you what he stated first, because there's a lot of things he said at first, and then he took back and said something different later. And these are from the 2,000-page documents of the interviews and all the interviews and everything. There's a shitload in there. But at first, he said he was freaked out about the third kid. And then, then he said he did. And he kept going back and forth. See, the girlfriend had been to his house twice, yes. And of course, Shannon was gone. And the girlfriend claims she thought they were separated. The girlfriend claims that at first. Well, come to find out in those documents, and there you guys can. It's a 2,000-page. You can download it. It's in a PDF form. You got 2 kids, why not 3? Your girlfriend was already shopping for wedding dresses and doing extensive online research about anal sex. Yeah, exactly. All you had to do was leave her. Didn't have to um, kill them, the bastard. Exactly. There was no reason to kill the kids. Let's see. Chris's parents wanted Chris to go to trial. They believed everything he said about Shannon killing the kids. Excuse me. Chris's parents, Cindy and Ronnie, they blamed Shannon for everything. They blamed Shannon for what happened, saying she was abusive. They did not attend Chris and Shannon's wedding. His parents did not attend their wedding. Cindy, he says Chris changed after meeting Shannon in high school. He was easygoing, normal, no temper. Cindy stated Shannon was more capable of killing than Chris. Both of his parents believe his first story, which was Shannon killed the 2 girls and then he killed Shannon. Yeah, we're going to get into that, Lacey. Does he have a history of anger issues? I'll be honest with you, I didn't see any. And I typed it in. If there was, I don't know. His parents were fighting with Shannon the last month she was alive too. Exactly. Ronnie, Chris's father, said Shannon was controlling, narcissistic, possibly bipolar. Sounds like the apple didn't fall far from the tree to me. Those parents, the shit they spewed. Ronnie and Cindy. The shit they spewed about Shannon. No one mentioned his angry. One said he was an angel. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't. Squirrel Insider, hello. I don't get that he wasn't angry, because from what I understand, that it was inferred in between the lines. No one came right out and said it, but it was inferred between the lines. The dude got into some trouble. You know, I've heard that a lot of people didn't like Shannon. Doesn't mean she deserved any of this. Exactly. They better act right during the victim impact statement. Yep. Probably didn't want to pay child support. Yep. Yeah, Lacey came from a long line of wackos. Exactly. But I did hear that Shannon, some people just didn't like her because she was a go-getter. She really was one of those. She went after it, and she admitted she would work 12, 14, she's told her friends, work 12, 14-hour days. She wanted things a certain way, and she admitted that, yeah, she can be controlling and stuff. And while she was away and she suspected Chris of cheating, she said, we will work on it. I will work on that and, curb that and stuff like that. If she killed her children and then he killed her because of it, he would have called the police right away and told them what happened. Exactly. Well, too bad kids aren't free to raise. That's right, Miss Know-It-Some. I seen her text on some shows. The wife seemed normal. She was just a go-getter. But it was proved Chris killed the kids, right? Yeah, he admitted it. Yeah. He eventually admitted it. What Chris and his dad talked about from the airport. I don't know. Document shows Shannon had issues with Chris's mother, exposing their daughter Cece, to nuts and also peanut butter, and which she had a major allergy to. The girl was on omeprazole and Singulair, and she had an EpiPen. And mom's feeding her peanut butter ice cream. I believe they were also up to their necks in debt, though. I don't know if they were. People have affairs, don't kill their families. Exactly. Maybe the girlfriend wanted a new life with him, so she hadn't killed her and his kids. Apparently, she told him, I don't know if it was in a text, to work it out with his wife. Maggie is they did move him, and it is confirmed he is in Wisconsin. They did move him. For about 2 days it was a secret. Yeah, the mom exposing the baby to peanuts. Exactly. The baby had nut allergies. Yes, they were in debt and checking already on selling their home. Yeah, Shannon was the one that called the real estate agent. Shannon and Chris were having marital problems. Shannon went to visit her parents for 6 weeks. While there, Chris began the affair. Shannon did reach out at this time to try to repair their struggling marriage. Nicole Kessinger was a co-worker of Chris's when a physical relationship began in July. The atrocity happened in August, so, you know. The affair started when Shannon and the kid already dead. Nicole first said she thought Chris was separated and divorcing, but in a released 2,000-page document, Nicole knew that this was not true. And Shannon, she said she didn't know Shannon was pregnant, and then come find out she did know Shannon was pregnant. 9 days before the murders, Nicole was shopping for wedding dresses online for about 2 hours. He was giving his boyfriend money. The woman who administered the lie detector test was great. Yep. That was funny. You just flunked everything, dude. Then when Chris went outside, the neighbor said to the police he's normally quiet and keeps to himself. And then there is a video. Well, I guess they were kind of separated. Then really kind of sort of. They weren't. That's just it. There was no separation or nothing. You know. But there is video of the body cams of when the police went in and searched the house. Right off the bat. Nick Snyder, hello. So there was a body cam. You can see them searching the house. It's about 17 minutes long, and all you gotta do is put it in. But I watched a different program to see that, and yeah, you can see her purse there. Everything was there: keys, purse, ID, her wedding ring. I mean, really? Yeah. Well, she went to her parents for 6 weeks when they were struggling. That's when she found out he was having an affair because of the bills. She's like, he went to this restaurant. He paid. There was some restaurant he went to and did $60, and she's like, "What?" Liz, did you watch the video of them watching the neighbor's video? Yeah, I'm getting that. So there is a body cam search of when they went in there. Why would okay. Yeah, he came out with her wedding ring. Yeah. Why would she leave her wedding ring there? I mean, come on now. Now, yeah, and car seats were left behind, cans, the kids, and her medication. Exactly. The little girl's medicines were behind. She didn't go on no damn play date. So the neighbor had put up a security camera. He left so quick he didn't have time to get rid of anything. No, he didn't. But I understand why the ring was there, because it's to booster his story. I asked for separation. I don't know too many women that'll take their wedding ring off right off the bat. It shows him backing in and out of the garage 3 times. The neighbor had a security camera set up and can see his driveway. And she had lupus, so many medications. Exactly. And You saw him backing into their garage. But what was interesting was his reaction while everybody was watching it. He was there and he was shitting his pants. He didn't know that camera was up there. That was the interesting thing about it, is that, and it shows him tripping out. He shit his pants. Yeah, right. He was pretty much almost busted. I mean, it's so visible, and all you have to do is look at him, and even I would arrest him. I'd be like, dude, give it up. You know you did it. Come on. We all know you did it. Just admit it. I would. He looked 60-year-olds caught breaking a window. He did. I loved it. I truly loved it. Now, when it came up for his sentencing, it was Shannon's parents that asked the court to take the death penalty off the table. Anna Grissom, hello. Yep, he was rocking, wiping his face and talking fast, putting his hands behind his head, looking around. Oh, yeah. He was antsy as all get out. It was pathetic. Julie Brown, hello. Did he call the daycare and said the children would not be back? That's sad. Honestly. Dang. Liz, you would make a great cop. I don't think so. I don't think so, but still, I'm too much of a smartass. Yep, he did that too. Oh, did he? Yeah, that's sad though. I mean, how can you make that phone call? I couldn't do it. I'd have to have somebody else do it. I'm sorry. I think the pain of what he did is worse than the death penalty. I think so too. And the fact his ass is going to get, he's going to get beat. Angelo. Well, anyway, it was Shannon's family that asked him to take the death penalty off the table. Shannon's parents, they were, he stutters when he lies. Shannon's parents, I think, showed decorum. He will be a fresh meat in prison. Yes, he will. Of course, the dad is going to get upset because Chris's parents were attacking their daughter. Now, with one of the comments that I read before I even started, was that this woman had mentioned the fact that Shannon was always going to Chris's parents for money. Rachel said, yes, because they do not have the right to take someone's life. Great statement in court. Exactly. And I really thought they showed great decorum considering that their daughter was murdered by Chris. Their daughter, Shannon, was murdered. And the parents of the murderer has done nothing but sling shit at Shannon. He was putting himself in front of the TV. Yep. He even called his boss to say, hey, I'll come in. Don't worry about it. So right there tells you he already had a plan and was going to follow through with his horrible tragedy. Exactly. It's the spew that Chris's parents. Now, mind you, even though their son did this horrible tragedy, this atrocity against those human beings who were Shannon, Bella, and Celeste, and Nico, his parents love him. And I can't take that away from him. I cannot take that away from him. But to spew the shit that they did about Shannon, and it seemed like they had no concern for those grandkids. Am I wrong? You guys tell me if I'm wrong. It seemed like they had no regard for those grandkids at all. I honestly think I would kill his parents for tearing her apart like that if that's was my daughter. Exactly. That's why I say they showed great decorum. Shannon's parents, even now. Thumbs up for this awesome stream night. Thank you, Reachable. Yeah, they showed no concern. I mean, good God, the mom was giving the baby peanuts, or was exposing her to peanuts and peanut butter, and knowing she's allergic. And she wrote Chris. She's like, "You better put your mom in check." And she's like, "I owe no allegiance to them. I owe allegiance to our children." They were lucky they got to talk in court. Exactly. And to me, like somebody said earlier, the apple don't fall far from the tree. It just disgusted me. If you didn't like Shannon, that's fine. My dad's mom didn't like my mom. And my mom's mom doesn't like my dad. I understand that, but there was children involved. At least love those kids. Do you think they only believed what Chris told them? Remember, yeah, they believed it. Yeah, they believed what he said at first. Yeah. Cold-hearted, exactly. Snickerdoodle says, yeah, it's easy for someone to talk shit and belittle someone when they aren't there to defend themselves. Those babies and his wife aren't here anymore. Exactly. Those babies did absolutely nothing. And how can he go in all these videos of being this loving father to like this thing overnight? If you don't like your wife, that's fine. But why the kids? GC says, I would write him at some point. I'm going to prey on your parents while you're in prison. I have a feeling his parents aren't being well received in the town they're in. But it wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so fucking nasty. The dad really didn't even react when Chris told him what happened. Yeah. Chris, go to trial. Don't admit to nothing. If this is, if you didn't do it, don't admit it. Yeah. All they did was love their daddy. They loved their daddy. Maybe a psychopath and something just completely snapped. It could very well be. Could very well be, because how can you go? I mean, he was a loving father. Oh, the one, yeah, those girls adored him, says Snicker. Yeah. To go from my daddy's a hero. I mean, my God, they adored their daddy. He paid attention to him. If he didn't feel like doing it anymore, get a babysitter. Probably realized he can't get a new car because of the new baby. Oh my God. Has anyone seen the video of him saying the kids had the time of their life that week? I didn't see that. Pearl Bubble says, why did he admit it, I wonder? Everything was stacked against him. Everything. Greg, you said it's bad enough to kill someone, but little kids and an unborn, yeah. 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 And an unborn. That's just... And I think what grips people about this, like the Lacey Peterson thing, it involved a mom that was pregnant, it involved two kids, a dad who seemed loving, and he whacked him. It's And then Nicole, who honestly and truthfully, I want to hate her guts. He seems like a selfish snot. He is a selfish snot. So I wonder if the lie detector test showed he killed the kids. Yeah, I'd like to see that. You know, it was disgusting of him sitting there looking at those pics of his kids and wife while he was in the interrogation room. He's completely robotic. Yeah. The girlfriend is trying to say it's the thrive that made him snap. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Now, first she said she had no idea um, that Shannon was pregnant, and she thought they were already separated. But in that document comes out she knew Shannon was pregnant, and she knew they weren't separated yet. Rachel said he was doubling up on all the meds from it. Jeez. Sounds like psycho killer movie, just unreal. Yeah, I just want to ask him why the girls. You don't like your wife? Okay. I, I don't believe in it, but I can understand it. But why the girls? They adored you, dude. Chris, your kids adored you. Is there nothing there? Do you not feel bad about the kids? Dude, your DNA was under your kids, your daughter's nails. She about bit her tongue off, it seems like. She fought you. How could you do that? She was only 4. How can you do that to those babies? You were her hero. You were her hero, Chris. I don't understand the wife either. Her family would have helped her with the kids. He could have had his divorce. Yes, she was wanting to repair it. She didn't know he was going to kill her. I think he lost touch with reality. No emotion at all. Not even in court. No, he had none. Not even the next day after he did it. I don't think he knows why he killed the kids. Her brother was so close to her and would have been there for them. Exactly. But she wanted to save the marriage. She loved him. She loved him. Loved him, loved him, loved him. But it was because of her job they got to go on all those fancy vacations. I really think girls were already dead before their mom got home, too. How could he do that? I know. I know. Greggy, Les, night, love you. Night, everybody. Greggy, you have a good night, honey. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I wonder if the girls weren't already dead. I'm just wondering. Because you know they're going to be running to mommy as soon as mommy gets home. So it's tragic all the way around. Bonsai. I don't think he planned it at all. I think she accused him, and at that time he flipped. Who we will really never know, probably. Well, she had already accused him, but you never know. He says that morning he asked her for a separation. It was reported somewhere that he said they had the time of their life that night, the candy and presents. Yeah, I guess one big hurrah, you know? It's just terrible. It's terrible. I think that it was heartbreaking when they was talking about when they drained those tanks. The girls They said the skin was peeling off. Oh, God. Rachel says 145. Pearl Bubbles, he has many secrets. I think the story isn't finished yet. All the people are keeping up on him. If he farts sideways, somebody's going to find out. I just want to know why the girls. I mean, really, no heart. And his parents didn't give a shit. It seemed like they did not give a shit about those kids. And that's even sadder. There's no sense in it. He liked how she made a good and nice home, but he was insatiable. And the new chick was putting out so much. With the wife back home, he couldn't. He couldn't keep her dick down. He will have to be in seclusion forever. Is he in seclusion now? I'm sure he is. Maggie says reachable in the morning. Yeah, he got home. She got home at 1:45 in the morning. Oh, the skin was peeling off, man. And then he buries Shannon in a shallow grave. Apparently, it was easy to find. She wanted to know when the car came home. When she came home. Well, then I doubt if the kids were awake. Yeah. But did he do it all at the same time? 2 foot took him 30 minutes, he said. Wow. God, what a bastard. What an asshole from hell. What time did he move his truck? Something like 5 o'clock in the morning, around there. 4:55, 5:10. Yeah. Yep. I guess. Look, he backed her up 5 times or 3 times and took off for work. There was a sheet from their bed in the field where they found her body. Yeah, because the bed was stripped. But he did it that night as soon as she came home, probably. Probably. And her imprint was on the sheet. And all because, honestly and truthfully, she was a go-getter. She admitted to being a little controlling. But she was very successful with her job. And you have to be that way. And she has to do and get done what she has to do, get done when she can. Shallow grave, Eagles, he tossed Shannon into the dish and threw some brush over her, most likely. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because it wasn't hard to find. At all. So it's I went receipts that Chris got it on what got bed was probably stripped because she allowed fluids from being pregnant after he killed her. Exactly. Where did Shannon work, Simon? Shannon worked for a company called Thrive, and they were vitamin patches. And she was a sales rep, and she was very good. I wonder if he thought the kids would disappear in the oil, not be found. Do they not check the tanks? Would you? They don't check the tanks like that. Probably hoped oil would dissolve the bodies. When they found her and the baby, she had expelled the baby. Oh, I didn't know that part. I did not know that part. What a bastard. What a bastard. Mm-mm-mm. That Snickers. That's what I mean. Oh, God. I really want to beat the shit out of him now. I mean, I did before, but it almost at times makes me want to cry. Chris doesn't strike me as the sharpest knife in the drawer, but not crazy. I just can't comprehend it. Yeah, it was just like a switch went off. Singer says, yeah, I do. Miss Note Slim says, imagine the frustration of being married to someone so childish and unmotivated and you're busting your ass while having lupus. Yeah. I think that's what happened with Lacey Peterson, baby, says Julie. I think so too. Reasonable said, Les, I want to stay. You're killing me. I'll watch the replay tomorrow night. Oh, rechargeable. You go to bed, hon. Thank you for coming, though. Thank you. Maggie says, from being strangled, she had strained and forced the baby out. It happens. Mm-hmm. They call it coffin birth. Oh, man. Yeah, I forgot about that term. Plum, forgot about it. Mm-mm-mm. It makes me want to cry. I'm not going to lie. You know, and some of these really tear me apart. Some of them really tear me apart. This is one of them. This is absolutely one of them. Okay. How about him taking off her wedding ring? That is so cold and khaki. Oh, I know. Susan Schramm, hello. Oh, I know. That's what I said. You know, he took her wedding ring off. Liz, I'll be around tomorrow night and come visit while love you night. Maggie, you have a good night, honey. And we'll try to get you on panel. Thank you for coming. But he took that wedding ring off to play off his story. Like, I asked Shannon for a separation, and she just took a ring off. Come on. Especially when there's texts of Shannon texting him saying, you know, I want to work this out. This can be worked out. You know, and she already knew he was cheating on her. This can be worked out. Susan Schramm bullshit. Exactly. Exactly. I pretty much think he's the most hated man in America right now. I would suspect. Oh, and also there's another angle to this. Yes, the judge said, yep, and he doesn't, and doesn't Colorado have a 50-50 custody? Yeah. So, but there's another angle to this with this Nicole Kessinger. Now, do y'all realize that she looked into Amber Fry to see how hated Amber Fry is, and or was, or if she was hated at all, and how much money she got from being the mistress? And I'll bet he'll effing never say why he did what he did. Of course not, Red. So no child support, such a dick, yeah. The judge said this was the worst case he had ever had. Yeah, I agree. That's bad. Julie Brown said, yes, I saw that. Now, no offense, but really? 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 But I do know that in interviews, if you saw it, she wants to change her name. And she's afraid that if she changes her name, it would become public knowledge. That, the name change, it would get out. The death penalty would have been a better outcome for Chris. He's going to wish he were dead. Exactly. And the parents couldn't abide by it. Shannon's parents could not abide by that. But I do believe life and all the first 5 carry life without parole anyway. That dude's gonna die there. Whether it be a year, 2 years, or 50. Personally, I wish somebody in there would save the state money. Sarah says, Don's flame-proof suit. I do not believe in 50-50 physical custody. Maybe it works for some families. I've never personally witnessed one where it did. Oh, I have. Miss Note, she was as controlling too. Yeah, she was. And she admitted it in a text. And there's no clean slate in life. Exactly. She admitted it, and she said that she would, work on it and back off and things like that. Do you think he's going to kill himself? No. You want to know why? This is what I truly feel. I don't think he's feeling anything except for anger that he had to plead guilty because they didn't buy his story. Because to me, in his mind, he probably really believes it. Oh, no, I mean, Nicole is controlling. Yeah. I think so, too. Red Freckle says, I don't think he will. I don't think he will either. Even 60-40 can work. I'm not one of those people who automatically believes a father should be cut off from his kids unless there's a good reason. Some people still do. Yeah. I agree with you there, Sarah. Let's note some. She was searching up apartments, telling him to sell their wedding rings, planning their lives. Yeah, that was what's really freaky. But yet, out the other side of her mouth, she's saying, work it out with your wife because I'm not going to be in this relationship. You got to prove to me, you were cheating on her before I came in. That was an odd thing to say. Coaching his eating. Sarah says, and this would have been one of those cases, although we didn't know it till after the fact. Exactly. But everything Chris has done up to this point was a loving father. A loving father. You know? There are also situations where kids are better off not seeing their mother. Exactly. Oh, exactly. I know a lot of them. And I know a lot of women who are paying child support. And I'm like, really? Straighten your asses up if you want to see your kids. But I know several people who are paying child support who never get to see women, I should say, who never get to see their kids. I wonder if the authorities are watching her as well, maybe trying to build a case on her too. Yeah, well, it makes you wonder. Well, they do use tactics, and they were telling her in that second interview, oh no, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Nicole A, she's a hot mess, the girlfriend. She's going to try to make money on this shit. So is BTK. His daughter has said she had no idea he could do something like that until after he was arrested. I think she was the one that said he was abusive. He was a controlling little shit. But who knows? But that girlfriend's going to try to make money off this. And I don't even see how she's a victim. Honestly. I don't see how she can play victim. There are 3 legitimate victims. 4. And then the ripple effect, the side casualties. You've got Chris's parents and you've got Shannon's parents. But I bet you Nicole comes out with a book deal, and everything else. The truth will come out, says Julie. I believe that. I 100% do. Red Freckle says BTK is a damn freak, straight up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the mind I'd like to get into. Maybe some small press, or she'd self-publish it. Yeah, she's going to do the circuit. You know she is. If the talk shows and all that'll have her. And I think anybody who makes any kind of money off the story, should go to the victim's family. You know? Oh, Dr. Phil will. He'll have anybody on his show. I'm going to try to get on there and see if I can get some mental help. What do you think? I think I should. Dr. Phil's an idiot. I know, because I'm sitting here and I will watch the shows and give the same damn advice he does. And all I have to do is listen to the show for 20 minutes, if that long. Aaron, hello. Oh, you know your pussy. I don't think so, honey. That's never been a complaint. Sorry. His parents will write a book also. Exactly. Exactly. Red Freckles, you're not crazy enough, Les. Cassie D, hello. I feel so sorry for Shannon's brother. Yes. Yes. It probably would not have been so bad if Shannon had given birth to that baby and he left the kids alone. MK Estrada, hello. Thank goodness for her brother telling it like it is. Exactly, Miss Notsum. Exactly. MK Estrada, love you. Oh, honey. That is so sweet. You know you're one of the ones I miss when you're not here. Of course, I notice when usually all my family, I notice when they're not here at all. I notice a lot of people. Glad the dog went to her brother. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around Chris Watts' parents didn't even go to their funeral. Vile human. I know. Not even to their grandkids. They don't. How could you look? I have been known to say I do without the kids. I can't do without the grandkids. They're the greatest thing since peanut butter. You know, you fart around with them and send them back. Cassie, they just kept proving how he got this way. Exactly. They didn't even give a shit about the grandkids. How could you? I mean, you may not like Shannon. Okay, don't go to her funeral. Fuck it. But the grandkids. But then again, they didn't go to Chris and Shannon's wedding either. But the kids weren't born. How can you diss your own grandchildren? That is. And that oldest one, Bella, looked like her mommy. You make me forget even for a bit. Oh, I'm glad, Estrada. Well, thank you. And I enjoy you being here. I don't see how. Bella would have grown up to look exactly like Shannon, I think. And I think Celeste would have grown up looking like her dad. Were they banned from the funeral? I don't believe so. I don't believe they were banned. They just didn't go. It's tough times. Yeah, I understand that one. Nicole A, Cece, yeah, Celeste. Um, yeah, I just can't imagine. Oh my god. I mean, I was looking at those little babies and I was like, the oldest one's gonna look like mommy, the youngest one's gonna look like daddy, and I would love to know what that boy was gonna look like. I guess you really don't know who someone is. Makes you think, that's for sure. Yep. Exactly. The only time he actually cried is when his dad was with him in the interrogation room, and then his mom talked in court when he got a sentence. Yeah, I didn't know about the dad, but I knew about the mom. And like I said, I cannot take away the fact that they love their son. We cannot take that fact away. We can't. But they don't have to be so vile. They were just, jeez. He cried for himself. Exactly. He cried for himself. Because he had showed no emotion towards killing them whatsoever. That was for himself. It would have been different if he showed remorse. Oh God, what have I done? He called the police, called the squad. Here, save my family. But he didn't. No, he didn't. I don't know. I love my son enough to call him out on his bullshit. It hurts, but love hurts. Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They love their son, but in their eyes, he could do no wrong, though. In their eyes, he could do no wrong. It's just a shame. Um, but yeah, I'd tell my nephews in a New York minute. I tell them in a New York second. That's pride then. Him being an extension of them. Egos. Look, I love my nephews as if they shot out forth from my loins themselves. But I know how they are. And usually Cameron will tell you. Ian, I would have to question a lot of things. But Cameron, I'd be like, what did he do now? You know? Shannon's mom has a PayPal if anyone wants to donate. They had a GoFundMe, I'm thinking. She donated the money to one of Shannon's favorite charities. Aww. Does Chris have siblings? I think he does. I never really checked into him. Nicole A says that house won't sell. Oh yeah, it will. Somebody's going to buy it. If I had the money, I'd buy it. I'm dead serious. Susan Schramm said his sister. Might better watch them then. Just saying. Lots of empty ones around it too. I guess it's a new development. Oh. His sister is just as vile. I can imagine, Cassie. That whole family just. Did the sister even go to the funeral? Does anybody know if the sister even went? Nobody from Chris's side went to that funeral? For those little girls, if not for Shannon, for those little girls? Well, no, GC 70% off. I would buy it 60% off price. Hell yeah. The real estate agent was asking if it's the same layout as another house around it, and it was empty. I was wondering what time this all happened. I know she wore a Fitbit. I wonder if they find out from that. Doesn't it keep your pulse? Yeah. No, she did. No one from their family went. That is such a fucking shame. There's little girls involved. Little girls and good God, people accuse me of a lot of things. I'd be the first one there. She may have taken it off for bed, yeah. $869,000 for Amityville home worth 2.5. I would never buy the Amityville home. I don't care if it went down to $50. DC says fake. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not taking a chance. Bye, cutie. Hello. But I would buy the Watts home. If I had the money. Hell yeah, I would. They streamed their funerals. It's online. It was so sad. Damn. I can't believe no one from the Watts family went. If nothing else, you guys, yeah, I know from experience you don't want to fuck with a haunted house. Hell yeah. But if it had been me, I would have went to the funeral because that's when those two little girls and that little baby boy were my grandchildren. Kim C, hello. I would have went for my grandchildren's sake. I may not have went for Shannon, you like I said, my mom's parents don't like my dad. My dad's parents don't like my mom. We're the Hatfield and McCoys, and me and my sister are the product of it. And now Ian and Cameron, you know, you don't have to like my parents. Either side, they don't have to like my mom or my dad. They really don't. But like my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side don't like my father. Okay, he passed away. They probably wouldn't go to the funeral, but my grandma would come out of respect for her daughter and for me and Cheryl. I would have went out of respect because I raised that monster, and I would feel horrible enough because I raised that. That came from my loins. And I would go to show respect, and I would go to show love for my family that is gone. Wow, if they didn't show up, what a testament to their fucking attitudes. There's no someone says, "Yep, hell, I would go cussing his dumbass out loud." Hell yeah, I don't get that either, Les. Not a bit. Me neither. Brother, son, whatever. Wrong is wrong, and what he did was disgusting. I would be so hurt. Oh, me too. Me too. I feel bad for the parents. But you guys, like I believe it was Miss Know It Some, or was it Snickerdoodle, said that the way the parents of Chris is acting gives testament to who they are. And I think we all can agree that I don't think there's anybody in here that would not go. Even if I raised a son that killed strangers, I would go to the funeral and show my condolences and how sorry I am. You know, yep, and the sister, come on, nature and nurture. Exactly. Couldn't go there for your own nieces? I don't know how you couldn't blame yourself for raising them. I would. I would. I couldn't help it. But I've always told the boys, and it was put to the test. I've always told the boys since they were very young, I will love you no matter what. I don't care if you rob a bank. I don't care if you kill someone. I don't care if you burnt buildings down. I will love you. I will always love you, but you gonna pay the penalty. I have told my kids to off themselves before they hurt an innocent. Judge me. I don't care. Oh, I don't judge you. I really don't. You don't hurt innocent, and you protect them. You protect those that can't fight for themselves. You and those kids needed somebody there to protect them. You fight for those that can't fight for themselves. And those children. And even after their death, or his family to do that, what a slap in the face. What a slap. I mean, people can snap, and if you have the slightest bit of reasoning left, you do yourself first. I couldn't bring myself to that point. I told mine that too, Les. I also told them I would kick their ass if need be. Exactly. SD guy, hello. And he did plenty of reasoning, says Miss Notes. Yep. That dude was not crazy. He was totally sane. Dead serious. I'm just thoroughly disgusted now. Thoroughly. The idea. I think he didn't want to get a divorce because he didn't want to pay child support, alimony, and his fucking mistress. She's a piece of shit. She had to GoFundMe to get a house in Aspen. Are you fucking serious, me? Serious? I mean, are you fucking joking me? You serious? You can tell I took my meds. But the thing of it is, he probably wouldn't have had to pay support. It's a 50-50 state. And up until then, he was the perfect father. He was good father. He didn't have to pay child support in Colorado, probably 50-50 custody. And she made more than him. So, and they got to go on all these fancy trips they went on because her company paid for it because she's a good saleswoman. Dead serious. So, I'm disgusted already. I'm starting to get pissy. Motherfucker. This is why I think women and men should take self-defense classes. That's one of the things I will say about my Uncle Greg. It's one of the nice things he actually did for me. He taught me and my sister, mainly me, how to handle somebody who was choking you. And that is something that he taught me years and years ago. And he wanted baby number 3, wanted a boy. He talked her into it. Time to bring back the old ways of punishment. Exactly. SD guy says pissy kitty. But at first he denied knowing she was pregnant. And then he said he was freaked out by the baby. That's in that 2,000-page document. And then, you know. But when he first talked to him, now I do have a question. She was found to have alcohol or something in her system. Some say it was from her body breaking down. It could very well be. It could very well be. But she just got back from a business trip. Others argue no. So she got back from a business trip, was on business class. You know she had a drink or two. But she wasn't drunk. Jesse Garnett, hello. He snapped. Hell yeah. I mean, really, that's the only thing you can say. One day he was this way, 6 weeks later he's a murderer. There's no some yes, and I'm not judging. I'm not judging either. Someone will get him in prison or God will see his punishment. Yup. Let's know some stress and traveling. Exactly. Cassidy says, I bet he's in solitary though. He's going to have to be. Was it enough to cause her to not be able to fight back? No. There wasn't that much in her system at all. It was present, but there's not much in her system at all. Karma's a bitch, but sometimes it takes too long. Everything's in God's time. But I totally agree with Jesse. He flat out snapped. He just freaking snapped. That's the only way you can put it. Muhammad Salman, hello. And to all you new ones in here, welcome to the lounge. They should put this hoe Nicole in with him. That bitch definitely knew. Yeah, it came out in the documents. She knew. But it's what's not coming out. Why do they keep questioning her? That's what I want to know. You'd think after the first one, she pretty much got everything out there. With the second interview the police did with her, they had to, actually, she must have moved because they paid for her to come in. And, you know, she's like, I got rid of a lot of text for this reason, that reason. She explained it to him. But they keep questioning her. There was nothing really new. This note says, yes, Muhammad, and you know that honeymoon period would be over quick. Cassie D says, I can't even fathom you're such a great father, but you shove your babies like garbage down an oil tank. It's just so fucking nuts to me. How could you? Exactly. Like Jesse said, he fucking snapped. No one would have ever been enough for him, probably. Miss Note some says, right, Cassie. Jesse says maybe he didn't want to kill the girls, but once he killed the mom, he realized he can't let the girls grow up knowing her dad snapped. No excuse, but yeah. Either way. Muhammad, I agree with you. He fucked his life over a bar hoe. And you see, she saw the house he was living in. She'd been there twice. She saw what they were doing, the money and everything. She didn't realize that it wasn't him. He worked in an oil field with her. It wasn't him that made the money. It was his wife. Linda Gorman, hello. Just joined. Who are we talking about? We are talking about Chris Watts. And, I went over what happened and everything. And, we're talking about the victims now. And by the way, welcome to the lounge. I like to remember the victims. She ate in their den, ate their food. Yeah. So she thought she was going to get some of that, right? Set up his Fitbit or done such exercise to yeah. Do you believe that gay guy that said he had sexual relationship with Mr. Watts? No. And to be honest with you, they looked into that and it was not proven. It was false. But yeah, that was already proven to be disproven. That was already disproven. So he tried so hard to make it seem he didn't do it. He told on himself, yes, he did, Jesse. Nicole Googled Shannon and Chris a year prior to dating him, so she knew. Oh, yeah. A lot of stuff came out in that document, and I suggest you guys go. But it is a 2,000-page document, and you can download it in PDF form. Who the fuck has that much space on their computer? You're going to have to get one of those external hard drives. Linda says, thanks. Oh, okay. We need to remember the victims. Yes, definitely. I remember, if you look past, I think 4 or 5 of these, I like to remember the victims. And there's more than just the 3 victims. We have families. And we were talking about how grotesque and vile Chris's family has been to Shannon's family. And I do believe that Shannon's family have shown demure throughout this thing towards them. Jesse says, I've been obsessed with this story this past week. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Well, welcome, Canada. Some man just killed his wife and 2 kids weeks ago. Jeez. Nowadays, people can't handle mental strain. Life is not that hard. And if they had to downsize, maybe that was part of his problem, then freaking downsize. You don't know how bad I want to downsize to a trailer in my backyard. I want to live in a camper. That's how much I want to downsize. Yeah, stress plagues us. Linda says, you always have such interesting topics. Well, thank you. I'd like to read the documents, but I have tried to go to its link and it never opens on my computer. Really? Red Freckles says, I won't forget those babies anytime soon. No. It's easier when you talk to someone. Exactly. But life is not, honestly, you guys, if it has to do with stress and shit, which I don't think in this case it does, but it does happen over stress and shit. There's no need to resort to violence. If you cannot live with within your constraints, and if money is an issue, downsize. I'm not kidding you. I'm a medical student. When he was giving an interview, you can see marks on his neck. Exactly. I believe his wife might have put up a fight. I think so too, and they proved that daughter did. I think she fought back. Yeah, I would think she would fight back. How nervous was he when he was watching their neighbor? Jesse, he shit his pants. And that is not a joke. He was pacing, he was covering up TV, he had this deer in the headlight look. He was, like I said, pacing, he had his hands behind his head. He was like, don't watch this. He did not know that video was there. He was shocked. She had lupus and diabetes, I think. So it'd make her weaker. I thought she had lupus. I don't know about diabetes. Muhammad, his baby girl fought him off. Had his DNA under nails. Exactly. That little girl fought him back. I think it was Bella. Bella fought back. Her hero was killing her. And that alone, just the thought of that. When you see that video, my daddy's my hero. And then he's killing her. I mean, oh my God. I don't know what it takes to hit home. And he don't care. Miss Note Sub, and that wouldn't sober you up, even in rage. Ugh. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm thoroughly disgusted. Thoroughly disgusted. I just want to. You don't know how bad I want to go to Wisconsin. I'll be like, hey, put me on your guest list. I got a few questions to ask you. He didn't know actually what was going to seen on video, like him actually carrying out a body. Exactly. He didn't even know that video was there. Did you see his face when the neighbor said he had it? And they went all to look at, oh my God. Oh my God. He knew he was busted. He had to confess. That's probably why he smothered the kids so they wouldn't see who was doing it. Such a piece of shit. Well, apparently they knew. There's no son. So once I was giving my husband the business and my then toddler daughter threw a roll out my head, I stopped instantly. I mean, damn. Well, at least it was a roll. Red Freckles is way past creepy. Oh. Now, my sister can get that angry to where she'll stab somebody. There's Snickerdoodle. He's the monster, the devil, everything vile in this world. Coward. Exactly. Nebulu, hello. I just heard about this today. This is horrible. I watched the video and he knew he was busted. His own neighbor busted him. Deserves to rot in hell. Exactly, Nebulu, and welcome to the lounge. I am Les. It was the best detective neighbor knew. No. I'm telling you. No, she was right up, do it, and I straightened up. Yep. Niali Meanie, hello. What crap is this? The kind you wipe. Muhammad says, but in the video you couldn't see him put the bodies in the car. No. If he acted normal and said he was putting his tools, definitely would have gotten away. Exactly. Exactly. Miss Note some said it didn't even take scratches. Exactly. Yeah, it says Alan Carr, easy way to stop smoking is the only way to quit smoking. Well, that's good to know one day. Muhammad, they tracked his truck GPS to work site, and that's where they decided to look. And that's where they decided to look. That's what made them go to the oil field. Mom says, yeah, he goes to work in the morning. Yep. Well, so it's a very disturbing thing. And plus, It's just snapped. Simon Paul says, sorry to get off topic for a sec, but what will you be talking about tomorrow? Give me a few minutes to think about it and I'll let you know. I was actually thinking that, tell you the truth. Jesse said, while he was being interrogated, they were out at a oil field. Exactly. I think that was great. Yali says, hello from Ireland and hello from Ohio and the United States. Jesse said, same shit as right now. Nabulu says, I wonder if he has any sense of regret or if he's terrified about what demons will haunt him the rest of his life and after. I don't think he has any feelings. He showed no regret. He showed no feelings. None in court or nothing until his mom talked. Who thinks he should have gotten the death penalty? We all do, but it was Shannon's parents that asked him to take the death penalty off the table. They could not live with that. They could not live with that. But he's going to get it. Don't worry. He's going to get it in prison. Susan said, I actually hope he lives a long time. Have you ever seen prison food? And then I hope every once in a while he gets shanked. Then at 80 he dies and hell is actually real. Oh my God. Didn't give it much thought, did you, Susan? Death penalty is a let off. He's only sad or whatever because he got caught, not because he killed. Exactly. And it wasn't until his mom talked in court. Apparently he cried with his dad, but he cried with his mom talking in court. Nabuta said, yeah, the court video, he had zero regret. He even lied to his father's face in the interrogation room. Exactly. But his father believes him. Not to take anything from the case, but things like this happens. Yeah, I know it does. And I'm wondering, what do you guys think is so compelling about this one? What's compelling about this one that's grabbing people? If it wasn't for her friend, he probably would have disposed of things and probably would have taken off. She's an angel for her knowing something was right and being persistent. The police checked. Exactly. And I love watching the body cam video when they went to do a check. And here he is on the phone. Don't get the police involved. And can we discuss the women I hear are writing to him? Weirdos. Oh my God. I do that, cutting onions. Me too, Jesse. Thank God for Shannon's friend Nicole who got everything going. I think the cops knew he did it the first day. Oh yeah, he didn't want the cops called at all. Muhammad says, I still think Nicole influenced him. She probably said, if you want to be with me, he had to get rid of his family. A man just doesn't wake up and kills his family. It's definitely Nicole. I do too, because she told him. No. The love that his children had for him makes this case stand out, doesn't it, though, Simon? He was her hero. He was Bella's hero. Carudo. Oh, Canudo. Hello, Mendoza. Welcome to the lounge. Yeah, stupid as hell. If he thought he could get away with it, why didn't he cover his tracks? Exactly. Joey Brown said, young, rich, seemed happy. Yup. He has female fans or whatever. I can't believe that. The mistress was contra. Yeah. Nabu says, Nicole definitely knows more, and I believe the cops know that. Yeah, why would they keep bringing her in? They pay to bring her in. Why would they do that? Everything is over with. Why would they do that? Yes, it's so gross how women glorify these monsters wanting to write or marry someone like that. Exactly. Dumbass left her purse, phone, and medicine. I don't think she's the one that left it. She was dead. Your Karma says, greetings, hello, and welcome to the lounge. Zura, hello. Hi, Liz. Are you familiar with the David Cam case? He killed his kids and wife and got away with it. No. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Eric Garcia, hello. I mean, you have a right to your opinion, Canuto, honestly, but she was dead. Just like the Manson family with Charles Manson with the women, exactly. Yeah, he had crazy girls after him in prison. Oof. There's a reason why they want to talk to her. They know she's involved, claiming there were no red flags and everything before he killed them. That doesn't happen overnight. Thank you. He was a cop, lived in Indiana. Oh, great. Great. Why didn't he get rid of her things? He didn't have time. He didn't have time. That Chris left his wife's belongings inside. Oh, okay. Canito, he killed her and the kids. She got back at 1:45 in the morning that day. He killed her. I'm not sure what time. And he left around 5 o'clock to go to work. And they have a video. The neighbor had a video camera up, which he didn't know about. Saw him backing up to the garage 3 times. Well, he's put the bodies in there. And he drove to work and got rid of the bodies. Well, in the meantime, her best friend knew something was wrong because she missed a business meeting. And then she called, found out she missed her OBGYN meeting, appointment for the baby. And she's not going to do that. So she called the police immediately. She went over. She knew the code. She couldn't get in it. The door was locked at the top. So she called the police. And she also called a couple of friends. And they finally got a hold of him at work. And he's on his way. He said, I'm on my way. Don't get the police involved. Well, by that time, the police were already there. This guy, Chris, wanted everything out of the way so he could start his new life. There's a way to start a new life without killing your spouse and kids. He should have buried stuff with her. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. 100%. But luckily for us, and luckily for Shannon's family's peace of mind, it only took 2 days. And he admitted to it. Told several stories here and there, but he admitted to it. And it's just... Red Freckle says, not too smart. Hell yeah. One day he'll have to answer for this to his maker. Exactly. But I believe, Nicole, his mistress had something to do with it, or inadvertently had something to do with it. Because she did tell him, work things out with your wife then. I'm not going to be no mistress over here. Work things out with your wife. When he took the cadaver dog and it started barking like crazy, you could tell he shit himself. He was doing an interview at the time. Dogs don't lie. Exactly. Zura said all he cared about is himself. And murderers think they can get away with it. Exactly. Canuto's a coward killer. Killed her while she was asleep. Simon Paul, 100%. Exactly. He was shitting himself left and right. He's not very smart. I'm so happy he didn't get the death penalty. He doesn't deserve to be let off like that. Let him rot. I think that's why Shannon's family took the death penalty off the table. Nabulu, I agree. Well, that's part of it. And the fact that it was against their beliefs. They could not be responsible for someone else losing their life. They could not. So, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I'm sometimes I'm at a loss for words if I think about it too much. I'm truly at a loss for words. Look at the Susan Smith case. She killed her boys out to a lake and drowned them, all four men. Exactly. Ooh, and when she did that interview, I clocked it. I said, look, there's no tears. I said, she's involved. Kanita said Nicole went to his house. Who does that? Nobody saw her? Drove her car there? Yeah, she was there twice. And they have her cell phone pinging off the tower that's right there. Dead serious. Crime of passion. But isn't all murders, there's got to be some sort of passion, whether it be anger or love or something like that? Zara says, right. I said she did it from the beginning. Hell yeah, so did I. Kids grow up fast, just makes no sense. Exactly. If he only knew how quick they grow up. Nicole will get what's coming to her as well. There are more entities than just the law that knows she's involved. Exactly. Zora said in the beginning. Kanuta said something made him snap. Exactly. Something just. Julie says, Les, you have the best live streams. Hope to see you tomorrow. Well, thank you. We'll see what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I really am not sure yet. Andrew Warren, hello. I have two kids and watching what happened, and he had to shove the kids through the hole to fit. Makes me sick. I totally agree, Andrew, and welcome to the lounge. I'm Les. Simon Paul, good night, Les. I have to go to bed because I have finals in school the first thing in the morning. Well, good luck on your finals, hon. And thank you for spending some of your night with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you come back. Zora said he did not snap. He planned it. He loves only himself. Yeah. Where's the video of Nicole at Chris's house? I don't know if there's a video of it, Anne, and welcome to the lounge. Hello. I don't know if there's a video of it, but they admitted it. Nabula says, I'm really happy I found this. Thanks for the good talks tonight, Les. Well, you're very welcome, Nabulu. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I decided to come on today and talk about this. So the neighbor video shows him backing up into his garage a few times. From him pushing down the top of, or it through the hole. Yeah, exactly. Snickerdoodle says, good luck. Andrew says, Miss Note some, yes, and the other one had scratches on her butt to fit her in. I want to cry. I really do when it comes to those kids, when knowing that, and that hole's only 8 inches. Good God. That's how small them babies were. And says hi doorbell or neighbors. Such a cool live stream. I literally just watched all this on YouTube yesterday. Oh, awesome, Andrew. Well, I'm glad. How can Nicole be so naive? I don't think she's naive. I think she was. I agree with the others. I think she was involved, so, in one way or the other. Oh, Jimmy, honey, I am so sorry you feel that way about yourself, but I'm here to tell you, you just get smart, honey, and nobody will notice. No, when she came over while Shannon was gone, they both admitted that she was there. They both admitted it. That she was there. She was there twice. Nabula says it's horrible. 8 inches to fit a child through didn't happen effortlessly. I'll say that much. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It's unfathomable what they all had to endure that night. Exactly, Snicker. I agree. Muhammad, Watt's parents don't care. No, they don't. They didn't even go to the funeral of their grandkids. The sister didn't go to the funeral of their nieces. Come on now. He said it wasn't difficult to push kids in tank. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I haven't read that for yet. He was crapping bricks from the first time he saw the cops to seeing her purse and phone and then the cameras. He's a sick human. Yep. How would they get them out of the tanks? They drained them. They had to drain the tanks. Empty the tanks and made a hole. Yep. Canuto said his family's messed up. Oh, yeah. Vile human beings. Oh, there was openings at the bottom of things. Yeah, they had to drain the tanks. Bulu says, I can't imagine the darkness surrounding this man. Killing someone is something. Forcibly pushing your kids into an oil-filled tomb with an 8-inch hole. Only someone with a spirit of coal. No kidding. No kidding. Andrew said, do you think Shannon's parents didn't let them at the funeral, or did they not go because they didn't want to? They didn't go because they didn't want to. They were not banned. They didn't go because they didn't want to. I had to come back tomorrow. You should give advice about stuff in life. Oh, yeah, well, you know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know. Oh my God, to be an investigator on that case. Watching the cops asking him if Shannon got mad and killed kids and then tells his dad shows what an ass he is. Yep. Yep. Was he hiding that dark side of him all those years? Well, not really. If you really want to know the truth, he was an asshole. If you read between the lines of what everybody was saying, he was an asshole. Who gets the house? Watt's parents or Shannon? I don't know. I really don't know. GC, you have a good night, hon. Take care. Thank you for coming. Miss Note Some says the bank. GC says good night, Cindy. Ann says a stupid one. Night, GC. Good night. It's a shame. Oh, night, GC. Get some good Z's. But, you know, if it was stress, Shannon's parents get the estate. Lacey, hello. Her dad took over all of her estate. Awesome. Andy, hello. And welcome to the lounge. I'm the Les. Part of his plea deal was to give control of the estate to Shannon's dad. Awesome. Do you guys recommend any other stories like this on YouTube or anything? There's a whole bunch of them. Lacey's like, hey, been cleaning and listening. Awesome. Is Snickerdoodle leaving? Snickerdoodle, you have a good night, honey. Take care. What does it talk about? 69. Maura Murray, yeah. Wasn't I supposed to do a thing on that on her, Lacey? Nebula, a good story is Bob Lazar and his work with extraterrestrials. You know Bob Lazar? Oh my God, he's a legend. And government corrupts and all that stuff. Not like this case, but it's a cool one. Oh, I love Bob Lazar. I didn't think anybody was interested. Actually, I am going to be doing a thing on him when I get my green screen up. Sneaker's like, no, I'm not leaving. Oh, okay. Oh, you were saying to Cindy you were enjoying sleep. Okay. Janice Abrora, Lauren A.G. There's also a great podcast dedicated to her case. Andrew, look up Danielle Hallen. She has lots of stories and stuff like this. Sumter County, Jock and Jane Doe. Wasn't he the guy who exposed Area 51? Yep. The rapper 69, fucking facing 30 years for gang charges. Jeez. Look up Nadia and Peyton Medley. Naboo, I love that kind of stuff. I'm only 16, but his stuff compels me. I used to be really spiritual and into that stuff. Bob is a legend. Yes, he is. There's no son says Peyton. Lacey Called Without Warning is the name of the podcast. There you go. Oh, my bad, Cindy. Says Snicker. The other woman from Colorado, her husband hired someone to kill her. Jeez. Criminally Listed is an amazing channel. Yes, it is. Andy, it really is. They're great cases. I like to go over the case, and then I like to talk about the victims and, the aftermath. And, because I want to remember the victims. I don't want people to remember Chris Watts. It's okay if you remember the Watts family murders. But there was Bella, Celeste, Nicole, and little Nico that was that she was carrying. It's called Without Warning. Sorry guys, can't type. Yes, the Kelsey Barrett case. Can you imagine that in your mind? It is easier to kill 4 people instead of being honest that you wanted a new life. I don't think honesty and being open were taught to him by his mother or her way only. Exactly. Bella's birthday is today. Yes. Like you said, you mean Shannon. Yeah, I want to remember Shannon, Bella, so that you can tell I've had my meds. It's absolutely... That's why I keep saying their names. I want them remembered. I figured I'd have 1 or 2 people on panel, else I went through OBS and I would have been showing pictures and everything. Liz, I'm going to head to bed now. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Nabulu. And I hope you have a good night, and thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Lacey's like, it's all good, honey. But I don't know. If it was stress, like I said before, don't let stress get to you like that. Oh my God. Nice meeting you tonight. Good night. Susan, you have a good night. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Birdie Sue, hello. Andrew says, thank you for the recommendations. This room is great for it. Well, thank you, Andrew. It's going to be a little choppy because it's the end of the year, but beginning of the year, we'll get back on track. Hopefully someday he will realize what he has done. Hard to live with that. He ain't going to ever realize it. I'm going to log off, but I'm subscribing to you right now. Lovely talking. Thank you, Andy. You have yourself a good night, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We live in a messed up world. Exactly. Exactly. I'll be honest with you, I'm glad I'm old. I'm dead serious. I am glad I'm old. I'm at the cantankerous age now. Can I recommend 2 channels, Les? True crime channels? Of course you can, Lacey. Recommend away, honey. Andrew says he will never realize that he didn't care. He didn't even shed one tear. Didn't. There was, you know, I didn't want to just throw them out. I understand. I appreciate it. I appreciate the respect. But yeah, let them fly. Recommend the channels. This new generation is so messed up. It's sad to see. I know. That's why, you know, that's what happens when babies raise babies. Les, you are not old. Wait until you get my age. Oh, I'm at the cantankerous age now. J is for justice and true crime and gossip. Those are 2 channels that Lacey recommends. Red Freckles, Les, your lounge is always a good place for intelligent, thoughtful education and laughs too. Well, thank you, Red Freckles. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's the end of the year. It's choppy. You know, I'm going to be doing live baking shit. I will probably have topics to talk about because I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't watch much TV. I'm trying to watch a little more of it here and there. So a lot of times while I'm sitting here doing my research or whatever, I turn the TV on. And I am so sick and tired of women disrespecting themselves and parents who don't know how to freaking parent their child. I have a lot of thoughts on that. So that's going to come up this week. I'm not saying we all have to parent the exact same way, but oh my God. Stinker says, I haven't watched TV in over a year. It's been a while. Live baking. Whoop. Yeah. I got the original recipe for the Toll House cookies. So, but like on the milk chocolate morsels and all that, they're not, no. That's the wrong recipe. But I'm telling you, and you know, stuff like this get to me. You know, I do murder mystery once a week. You guys know that, but at one point it seemed like I was doing a couple of weeks there for a few weeks, and I was like, Also, the day after Christmas is 22 years since John Benet Ramsey was murdered. I still think the brother had something to do with it. Or Christmas night, rather. I liked watching the first 48 shows. Red Freckles says, Snicker, I boycotted all current events. Andrew said, this is such a great room to chat. Other chat places, people are so rude and toxic. I do not like that in here. I really don't. You have the occasional troll. I just piss with them. But, you know, I look at it this way. If I say hello to everyone or try very hard, sometimes I miss people. But I try hard to say hello to everybody in the chat. I think the chat should show the same respect to everybody else. Lacey says, anything on ID channel is what I'll watch. I was watching ID so much, Fran was getting really worried. I'm not kidding you. I did watch that last year. I was like obsessed. It stayed on the ID channel. And she was getting really worried. She's like, do I have to worry about glass in my food? And I said, maybe. You never know. Never know. But life should not be, look, there's going to be stress in life. There's normal stress. Okay? And I really think that you had babies having babies and they don't know how to deal with stress. And nothing is that stressful where you should have to take a life. It's not. Oh, I never read it. Sad to see all the horrible crap on the news. Must know some. Haha. Lacey said, hello. My hubby said you could probably get away with murder. Probably. You probably could. But nothing is that stressful. You know, if you have to downsize a little, do it. If that'll take the stress off the money situation and shit, downsize. Like I said earlier, I want to downsize to a camper in my own damn backyard. I want to rent out the house and live in a camper. Yeah, when I watched the ID channel, my daughter would give me the side eye, says Red Freckles. Lacey said, no, actually, it would be impossible to get away with murder now. I don't know. Never know. You can go somewhere and live off the grid. They'll never find you. Dumpster fire. What state do you live in? I live in Ohio. And hello. So, you know, if your kids are getting on your nerves, spank them. I tell you, and this thing with, oh, they'll call children's services. Look, they tried that bullshit when the kids were young. Spanked their asses anyway. I know a woman, my friend Missy, who spanked her kids. Her ex-husband reported her for spanking the kids. And she actually, her daughter was 9 at the time, 9 or 10. And she called her mom a bitch. Missy turned around, smacked her in the mouth. She didn't waylay her. She just wanted to get to her mouth. And so they were at the school the next day, and they interviewed Trina. And before Trina got home, they were at the front door, and I was staying with her at the time. The Chupacabra, is this a feminist channel? No. Hello. I like the name Chupacabra, only because I like saying it. But no. And Mrs. Layden, I did it, and I'll do it again. You know, they didn't do anything to her. The house was spotless, of course, you know, and, you know, plenty of food, and we canned food, and there's, you know, snacks, and they had their own rooms and everything, so. And trust me, okay, just making sure. I tell you what, these young pups today don't know what being a feminist is. See, I've got so many subjects. Yep, I'm sure the majority of us did get spanked when we was younger. Yeah, there's a difference between a spanking and abuse. And I suffered them both. So, that's neither here nor there. That's way off subject tonight. Chupacabra says hello. Yeah, women today, these youngsters don't know what being a feminist is. Hating men is not being, not spanked, whipped. Yeah, we got a whooping. Belt, switch, wooden spoons. I can't tell you how many wooden spoons my mom broke on my ass. I'm dead serious. But being a feminist, y'all, does not mean you hate men. Come on. I'm all for feminism and shit, but not today's version of it. That's stupid. Switch was worse, I know, because it would get to the back of your legs and it just left welts, and oh my God. Andrew says, you can't even spank this generation. Otherwise, the kids call the cops for abuse. Sad. Fuck it. I'll spank them anyway. I don't care. I'll be like, prove it. Prove it. Prove I spanked my child. No red marks, no nothing. And there's a difference between abuse and a spanking. Andrew says, I do too. There's nothing wrong with a spanking. You don't need to tear someone's ass off to spank your child. A few licks, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about you guys, but when I spanked the boys, my hand hurt. Assholes. Their butts were hard. I spanked and handed him the phone. I was like, go ahead, call. Where are you going to live? That's exactly what I told him. My Gavin, hello. Welcome to the lounge. I did. I told the boys, where are you going to live? They had hard asses, and it hurt my hand to spank them. I got spanked with a hand, belt, maybe even a paddle, but I tell you, the majority of the time I was being a shithead and needed to be punished and taught a lesson. Exactly, Snickerdoodle. I was an asshole. I admit it. I was a wild child when I was young. I was a wild child till I hit my mid to late 30s. I used to get the shit beat out of me too. Yeah, it was the abuse that I couldn't take. My mom, she whipped me. I can forgive the whippings. I've been hit with just about everything. Yeah. But I can forgive the spankings. Sometimes I can't forgive what I was spanked for. If you're going to spank me for setting a fire. Don't spank me because I got a C on my report card. It's crazy to realize what we did as kids and got in trouble for. We thought it was okay until you have kids, then you realize why your parents spanked you. And that's the truth, Andrew. That is the truth. I found myself, I am my mother. Lord, I don't know how I got through being a Cub Scout den mother. It was rough. And oh, poor Red Freckles. The emotional abuse was the worst. I know, it is. It cuts. That shit less. You can get over and then you can have a scar. But the emotional shit, that scar is on your brain forever. Just like my broken ankles and shit. You know, I forget the pain with them. It goes. You know, but the emotional shit. And I think I've broken a part of a bone in almost every part of my body. My right wrist, both my middle fingers, on my left wrist, a couple ribs. I had a hairline fracture, a couple ribs. Cracked my head open. I've got stitches, scar from it. My ankles, oh God, I keep breaking them. They wanted to fuse them. I said, I don't think so. And just went on in life. But yeah. But that's for another day. Another topic day. You know. But I'm going to go ahead and go. Been on here a while. I think we had a great discussion. I want to thank everyone for coming in here and participating. I love it when the chat gets involved. I love it when they voice their opinions. Not everybody has to have the same opinion. It just seems like this show or this topic, everybody was on the same side. And I think that, of course, you know, most of us, I think, are grown and have some respect for society. I think it was nice to everybody. Thanks, Les. You're welcome. So I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I really do. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have Maggie Farrell on. So we'll think of some topics to talk about with her. This week, I'm going to be doing some live baking. I went to the store today, as y'all know, with my cracked head. And they actually had baking goods. Can you believe this close to Christmas? They had it all there. I was like, they stocked up this year because last year they were out. I couldn't bake nothing. Thanks for chatting. See you next time. Good night. Andrew, thank you for coming in. Debbie K, hello and good night. And I want to thank all of the new people that's come in and talked. And so I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'm not sure what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I'm really not. It's going to be up in the air until tomorrow. I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. So hopefully it'll be another good night. And take care, everyone. You have a good night.